Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri for some more Mid-America Open presented by Discraft. I am Ian Anderson, again sitting next to Philo Brathwaite.
What it do, y'all?
There he is, and you are getting a look at our round one feature card, full of some familiar faces and tons of talent. We've been seeing some great jump putts this round so far,
Yes,
Philo.
we have. What's been about 6 or 7 outside circle one? Nice little jumpers.
Look at that Kevin Jones scorecard, just 2 pars?
Cruising right along, 7 down.
Dang, that stuck up on me. Paul getting going as well with a 5. Rest of the gang kicking it with a 4 and a 3 there. We're heading into hole 10. What's our pro play, Philo?
Well, the majority of guys with the flick are definitely going to use the flick because there's a ton of room out to the left. You need to miss this mature tree right there and just skip to my loo up onto the green. You don't need a whole lot of speed, but just the shape of getting it straight out the gate, cresting over the hill there, or onto the green there, and a big flare over. I've seen a lot of guys miss super early and get onto the green too. And the flick is the way to go. The righty backhand just gets rejected, but the flick seems to, even if it hits something, keep working its way towards the basket.
Kevin with the X1.
There you go. Just stay up and he'll be just, oh no.
Guess what, though?
That's safe.
Yes.
That's incredible.
James Conrad.
That's the play that I do right there. Wide backhand, and I kind of got something similar, almost exactly.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
That was an entropy from James.
About a foot from being perfect for James.
Chandler Frye going with the Ulibarri.
That's got to hook up in a hurry, baby. Go, go, go. Well,
Okay.
He's got a putt at it. It's uphill. It's a safe putt unless if you get a bad roll.
Yeah, I don't think you mind that one too much. It's a tough hole. Uli? Does he throw a Ulibarri too? No, he doesn't. He's throwing a Kong.
Oof, that's got to miss that guy right there.
Oh, no. Oh.
Well, he's safe by a bunch, so up and down, no harm fouled.
There you go.
That's a weird little putt, though.
Yeah. I almost felt like a backhand might have been better on that one. It'll get a little I know, isn't that crazy?
He's in between the flags.
It really did not look like it from the tee either.
Yeah, it looked like he was stuck in the side of the hole.
Yeah.
He just got robbed for another big jump putt.
Yeah, he did. It just trickled out right there.
It's like the basket rejected it.
Caught.
Chandler.
Oh.
Oh, that looks so good.
Front rim banging for Chandler.
He's almost in.
It was. Conrad from 41.
Think he's jumping this too? Oh, yeah. Hard chain.
Oh,
out.
this one does not like discs.
Uli with the little window putt there. Oh, high out the gate.
This thing's got a force field on it.
Yeah, this hole said no, 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 not today.
It's a touchy one.
Might call this hole Dikembe.
Seriously.
Fingers of no, no, no.
Wagging all over it.
Mm-hmm.
God.
This is just rude. I don't know if you needed to be a half an inch further to the left or if that's just bad luck.
About an inch, half an inch somewhere in there. Brutal. Well, on to 11.
This is a fun hole. Most of the righty players will take the big wide spike hyzer. If you have a mild arm, you could play field goal right down those 2 trees you see there and throw it at that tree in the background without any leaves on it and hook up right about there, and that should leave you inside the circle.
Who was that on your card that threw a forehand roller on this one? We gotta give him a
Jason
shout
or
out.
John, that today was, I think, my first time meeting him. But it was a pretty cool shot.
It
man.
looked like it worked.
Yeah, he did. He got down there.
That's awesome.
It was pretty awesome. I think he was right on circle 1. I think he just came up short on his putt. But it was a pretty clever drive.
It was cool. Getting a look at that basket tucked way back left on the fairway. Kevin Jones. Gonna go way up higher right, though.
Oof, that's wide.
I don't know.
I wouldn't recommend going that wide or you'll end up over there somewhere.
Yeah, he's pin high, but that's a not awesome
I really
look.
think the line is to split those trees, the 2 trees off the tee that you can see the tree in the background.
Oh, sure.
Right down the middle, right down there. Boom. Right out there. That's the spot right there.
That is a panic from
Swing
James.
around those last 2 and bang. Nice job, James.
That's the line. Chandler going Raptor.
Trying to follow that vapor trail. Hang it out there. Nicely done. Boom.
Ooh.
Even better.
There's a drive. Uli. Going ESP nuke.
That looks like it's got the line. There we go. Nicely done, everybody.
Those last three were just like he's like following vapor trails. It looked
You gotta,
like.
yeah, that's the hot line right there. I mean, if you have the speed and the power to go wider than that, it's just adding more variables.
And
KJ just a little off.
Yeah, he'll take a par. Uli, though, that is a birdie.
Nice little recovery birdie from the previous hole.
Oh, there you go.
Birdie after bogey stat.
Mm-hmm. Do you see Ricky had a 0% birdie after bogey at that last tournament there in Jonesboro?
Yeah, Rick played
0 bogeys. You can't get a birdie if you never get a bogey.
incredible. The guy's playing really, really good right now.
He sure is.
He's pretty motivated.
It felt like Rick came in this year pretty. I just got that feel from Rick. Like it felt like this is going to be a Rick year.
Yep.
Yeah. He's shown it so far.
I don't think he has many distractions in his camp, you know. It's all disc golf all day long.
Not wrong there. Hole 12. What is the play, Philo?
This is a tricky one. You got gravity working against you. It's slightly downhill grade. You got all these low-hanging branches. You could throw a mid-range down there, but it seems really hard to keep it in the air long enough with all all these little ninja branches hanging down. They're really hard to see from the tee pad, but all down in here, there's just all these low hangers. So most guys, I think, are going to take some kind of fairway-ish driver, something kind of overstable, burn it over, a little bit of early flex on it, kind of go left to center, and just kind of taper down the whole way. That's kind of what I'm seeing. That's the play that I'm going for.
James is reaching for an envy, though. A putter.
That's so stable. Wow, but there you go. You know, those late limbs just make it really hard to finish with that.
Maybe you can keep it lower with a mid, something a little faster.
Something a little faster. Here's the mid play from Chandler.
Yep, that's his buzz.
Right inside circle one.
There you go.
So he kept it a little bit lower. He's got the speed to do that.
And Uli going up again. This is a Mantis, so a fairway driver.
There we go. That's kind of the play that I was talking about. Started out left.
Mm-hmm.
Let that negative kind of just cruise it on
Coast
in
down
there.
the hill.
Yeah, let gravity suck the disc towards the basket.
KJ USA.
Looking like the same shot. Maybe if he gets a little stable, that's an ace run. Woo!
That was a really nice little tree kiss right there.
That helped.
No, it definitely did.
5 paces off the basket for another look at a birdie.
Mm-hmm. Conrad, I believe, outside the circle.
He is. He's about 2 steps off, 3 steps.
Yep. Oh, 42, yep.
This man's dangerous when he's got that working.
That's Conrad range right there. Conrad country. That's what they call it. They don't call it that.
We just got a new hashtag, Conrad country.
There's Chandler Frye making good on his birdie.
Between circle 1 and 2.
That is Conrad country. Kevin Jones coming back.
Solid putt there.
That's good. And Uli. Star framing on this one.
Bingo. Nice work, fellas.
Well done by the gang.
I don't think anybody on my card got this hole today. I think it was a par frame.
It seems like it's pretty easy to miss, you know?
It is. There's a lot of things to do on this hole and get yourself out of position for sure. So,
what a smash by James. Love watching those go as he jogs it in. We'll kick it off to our sponsors.
When I'm stepping up to a hole, I visualize everything. What's the wind, the water, the trees? What disc am I gonna choose? What's the distance? Okay, 425. I'm going with the ESP nuke. Knowing the distance is pretty much the most important thing. I feel like it's gonna revolutionize how good people get. I am Paul Ulibarri. Working together with Bushnell, we can push the game to a whole new level.
back to our action. Huge thanks to all our sponsors making this coverage possible. Oh, we are looking at hole 13, and this is a crazy gap you got to hit, Philo, on this one, man.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways. You can take this left side gap. You've got a couple of late trees on the left side or this, I can't remember what kind of tree that is that we're passing right here on the right. But if you clip that guy, you're 60, 70 feet from the basket. If you hit and go to the left, you could go OB. There is a big spike hyzer option, and there is a low early hyzer option if you want to try to play a big skip, but it's such a touchy shot. I think most people are going to opt to play the left side and take their chances. The spike hyzer play is there, but I mean the wind was kind of swirling and not the highest percentage, and James way early on this one.
Yeah, that's
going to be a really tough three from there.
You're not wrong about that at all. Chandler Frye going over the top
That's
with his
way
force.
wide. You don't want to throw it over there.
Oh my goodness.
That could possibly even be out of bounds. Yeah,
He
you
is.
got to go so tight off of this tree, off the tee pad for the spike hyzer. Uli a little bit low, just plink going off, and that's going to be another up and down par save at best.
spot
Better than James. Yeah.
Yeah.
KJ's looking at that spike hyzer, and that looks more like the line there. You got it up high, tight. Now he's just hoping for some good luck here on the finish.
Wow, 72 miles an hour.
Yeah, it looks like he caught some stuff up there. You can see the leaves blowing around. It probably hung him up because the wind is blowing left to right on this hole.
So James has to go to the forehand cut
That's
roller.
got to sit down.
Is it ever going to stop?
There's some OB on the sidewalk over there if he gets that unlucky, but he's going to be scrambling for a long three now.
Thankfully, it knurled safe.
Uli with the long bid.
Ooh.
Nicely done.
He'll take a par from there. And Chandler throwing 3 after the OB drive. Salvaging a 4 with that upshot.
Yep. James trying to find a way to make some magic here for a 3.
Yeah.
Probably not. Just opting to just lay it in there and
That was
concede for a
weird.
4.
That was a weird one.
I don't know. He probably didn't have much of a chance to get it in the chains.
Yeah.
Probably had so many obstacles in his way.
Yeah. That was Kevin giving a bid for the birdie, but he'll take a par. Yuli making good on his. But we're going to end up with 2 pars and 2 bogeys on this one. Probably maybe the toughest hole in the course.
I don't know about the toughest hole. I'd say 6 is much harder than this. This hole is so short. I mean, there are a couple of ways to get there, and really not much OB unless if you do what Chandler did or get really unlucky on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't really think it's the hardest hole. I think it's probably one of the greasier ones, kind of like hole 7.
Yeah.
You know, not really a defined fairway, but there's a way.
Yeah, that's kind of the jam on that one.
Kind of a 5 or 10% hit.
Paul trying to hit that tiny gap on the left. It didn't work, but it worked for a par, which it turns out didn't lose any strokes to his cards mates.
I'd say even this next hole is tougher than this hole.
Think so?
Yeah, this hole is...
What's this one?
Hole 14. It's playing 342. It's down the hill. You've got this nice wide opening off the tee box.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you got to
you're right.
make a really technical shape to the right with speed to get onto the green. And there's some late trees, so you really want to keep the disc finishing to the right as it makes its way through this second gap here. There is a little bit of OB down in the creek, so if you should hit something early and deflect, picking up another stroke, and you got a good 160 feet still to go to the basket. But once you make it through these trees, then you really want to hit the ground and just kind of bump and slide in there past circle 1 and give yourself a nice birdie putt. Very, very technical shot for the righty backhand thrower.
Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Yuli going with an ESP nuke, as is tradition. Oh. I thought he had it out of the hand.
It had a good potential, but just not wide enough.
KJ USA, that's an F5.
That's got to stay in the air.
No.
Super close. 3 more feet of height, and he's under the basket.
Yeah. Clean putt, though, at least. And it's a jumper. Kevin likes those. This is a fireball from James. A very
Wow.
overstable fairway. Like that's basically
That's the shot that I'm talking about right there. He kept it turning to the right, and that's usually the better break when you hit on the right side when you're throwing righty backhand.
That was cool.
Deflects towards the basket. Chandler looks a little wide. He's got a unfortunate kick and knurl there. I think that's in the creek.
Inbounds.
It's safe.
Yeah, just
That's
crushed
good.
it.
That'd have
Yeah.
been a really terrible break.
Mhm.
It's going to have a little bit of work to do, but at least he's not picking up an extra one.
Yeah. There's Paul laying up after Chandler got pretty close. Kevin from
All right,
35.
KJ.
Ooh. He's usually closer than that one.
Tugged it a little wide that time.
Chandler trying to save the par. There's
Nicely
a good putt.
done. Putting's coming around as the round progresses.
Yeah, that man is a fantastic putter. He's got some crazy finger pop. Like, it doesn't look like he's like swinging too hard, and that disc comes flying out of his
Kind
hand.
of like KJ.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I think most of us are trying to minimize our movements with our arm and whatnot and just keep things really the speed coming right off the fingertips on the pop to keep the disc on a straighter line.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're making a big action with your arm, then you're going to push the line a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We're just trying to draw a very direct line, kind of like throwing darts, you know?
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of motion, but right at the end, that wrist pop, pop, that rattlesnake snap, or however you want to describe it. James with the fireball.
Wow.
Look how much angle that has, but overstable. Just
I was really
unwinds.
curious what disc he was using for that one. It's cool to see what he's
This is another
busting
weird
over
little-
on. Oh,
little
yeah.
Get here.
Yes, it is.
You could go inside the little workout machine there, just around the bench, and get a little greasy on the inside line, or you could play around the outside, skip 15 or 20 feet past this little shrubby thing there, and get a big overstable skip up the hill and have a look. Those are pretty much your only options. There is a flick line too. I've seen some guys S-turning a flick from the tight side on the left, bending, flexing,
Yeah?
skipping back up into the green right. So there's a few options. They're all kind of pokey and hopi-ish. Best of luck to you guys.
Well put, fellow. That is James Conrad III. That is a plasma motion.
He's opting for the wide route. Looks a little long, and
He's
not going to make it up the hill.
He had a great line after that when he said, "I missed the ground," because
Yeah.
he went just past where it drops off. Uli with the
He's
machete.
Right in the zone there. Not quite wide enough to get the full ground effect. It's going to have some work there.
Yeah. Kevin Jones.
Get off of that. Oof, oof. Did he catch the crabgrass and just...
He hit like either a stick or the crab. It stopped very quickly. This is a force from Chandler.
I saw a kid on my card today. He threw it high
On
the
this one?
hyzer side. Threw it high and just cleared through everything and just 10
Really?
feet away. It was unreal. I was like, I didn't even see that line. I didn't know that existed.
Speaking of that exact scenario, here's Kevin Jones.
Got to sit down.
Came back in bounce off that.
Oof.
Wild.
Sometimes the breaks go your way.
You'll take it.
Uli with another long bid, and he doesn't like that at all.
No, not one of his better ones. He was pretty disappointed. Chandler, just a couple feet closer.
Get up there.
He's like, yeah, man, that was sick.
Little Ric Flair woo for you there, Chandler Frye. Nice putt, buddy.
Love it. Giving me PEI vibes with that fist pump. He hit an ace for us out here in Canada one year.
Nice.
Just wasn't a long hole, but it's such a pretty ace. I hear it's James coming up the hill for the 2, but that'll be a 3. Kevin coming back towards the basket. Oh, man.
That's a scary putt.
That is. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy. That
Oh,
helped.
that was a fortunate last tree there.
Yeah, it was. That saved him an extra 30 at least, maybe
Mhm.
more.
So he is coming back up the hill, circle's edge.
That was where my birdie putt was from today. Right
bang it?
down there. Yeah, I made the same putt.
Nice, man.
Somewhere around there.
That's an awkward looking putt.
Yeah, I actually had a wide. It was framed up nicely.
Was it? I love when putts are framed.
Yeah.
Huge fan of that.
It kind of gives you no other where else to go. Nowhere
Yeah.
else to go but into the gap that's
You just got to make it.
available. You got to hit it.
Yeah.
Big putt from Chandler.
Chandler.
45 footer.
Just perfect, too.
Choppy chop.
Nice shot, Chandler. We'll be right back with some more MPO action.
You've seen them in the hands of professionals, helping them compete at the highest level. Whale Sacks is a female-owned small business, handmade in the USA. We are dedicated to outstanding grip for all disc golfers.
are back to the action out here in Columbia, Missouri. We're looking at hole 16. What's our play file? Oh, this one. This one's wild, man.
This is a good hole. It's tough. It's playing all of its 420. Really depends on the wind, I think, which route people want to take. If the wind's blowing from your back, the Anheuser play seems to work best. It'll help push the disc up and over the trees and finish to the right. But if it's kind of blowing in your face or to the side, I've seen a lot of people taking the route over the sidewalk with a flex, going a little bit tighter off the tee, turning the disc around this big mature tree here on the right side and crashing in by that light pole and having their birdie putts that way. But if the wind starts chopping and you don't have the wicked speed to get the disc up that fast, then anywhere out there on the other side of that pond is safe. That's all you need to think about.
That's a vulture from Chandler Frye.
That's a really nice rip. Get all the way up there. Right on circle 1. Nicely
throw.
done.
James Conrad going with a neutron octane.
I don't think the distance of 420 is the hard part. It's the elevation you need to get on the disc out the gate that makes it so hard.
Look
And
at that thing
James,
drop, man.
yeah, the crosswind just slammed him. That's the only explanation.
Uli going with a nuke ESP variety, of course.
It's got to get negative, but
It's trying.
oh, nice. That's out there. That's good. He overthrew it a little bit even.
Oh,
he's
look at
right
that.
there.
Well done, Paul.
That was a rip.
F5 from Kev.
Keep that thing bending to the right. Hopefully the wind won't slam him as hard as it did James. And 3 shots right there, right in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, another circle's edge bid.
This is still in Conrad country, though.
It is. He's staring it down. Oh, it is 96, though. He wants it. Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
Stress-free par.
There you go.
KJ, no.
Oh.
Just a little low.
Chandler.
Just a little wide. You really wanted that one.
Yeah, he did. This is a great get. Well done,
Uli
Paul.
cashing in. The second bonus birdie of the day, you
Yeah.
could say.
Stroke on the card. Hole for him.
KJ smashing that one in there. No doubt about where that was going.
Chandler coming back for his par as well. Well done, Chan Man. He told me he's got a new Chanimal stamp coming out.
Nice.
Apparently it's an angrier Chanimal, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just finally got my first custom of Team Philo discs for this year.
I saw they were on sale the other day.
Yeah, man. Finally. It took a while, but,
I'm sure they sold out in like 2 seconds, right?
No. I still got a bunch of them. Actually, most of them are still on the West Coast. I just got a small box shipped this
Oh,
way.
gotcha.
But pretty exciting to see him finally after 4 months.
I bet, man.
Yeah, excited.
Hole 17. You were telling me you had a good rip on this one.
I overthrew this hole. I was scratching my head, man. I almost aced it, and it skipped 45 deep and like 2 feet before the sidewalk. It's like walking up the fairway. I didn't realize in practice I didn't get anywhere near this hole.
You can't even like flex this one either.
You got to go straight up hyzer.
Yeah.
The other day the wind was blowing really hard left to right, and I
Uh-huh.
got to this hole and there was no wind, and I'm thinking of what happened in practice and just completely overmashed it, which is head scratching for me. But it feels like a good 350 to that tree that you just passed there on the right side. And basically, if you can get it onto that space and then just start finishing, you're going to have a circle 1 or better putt. The finish of the disc is going to carry you. It's slightly downhill.
Yeah.
The greater the ground is working with you, so just
That-
pretty much right on that tree there and just let it fade and give yourself a birdie putt.
Ooh.
Gets a little fast over there sometimes, but that checked up nicely.
Kong. That is a Kong from Paul. Excuse me. Here's Chandler Frye. He's throwing a Z-Force.
Taking the straighter approach at it. That's got to
Yeah.
simmer down at the end there.
It's a force,
Oof,
so you know it's
big,
going to
juicy
skip.
skips, man.
Ooh. Okay. Inbounds.
Wow.
Conrad.
Also playing it a bit straighter.
Going up the fairway. This is that Bendy James Volt.
Wow, overmashed.
Conrad problems.
Wow.
Is that where you were?
No, I was further.
Dang, dude.
Further to the left. They said it almost went in. The gallery started oohing and
Wow.
on, and people, gasping for air and whatnot, and there it goes, scooting past 55 feet.
Ladies were
whatever,
fainting and
45,
stuff
50.
over there. And
That would have been a fun ace, man. I would have been stoked.
That would have been a great ace.
Oh,
Oh,
Chanimal just
dang.
1 inch short again.
I know those feels, my friend.
Oh, boy.
Kevin Jones outside the circle.
Oh,
Kevin.
disconnected.
He is, isn't he?
A little disconnected.
He was so honed in earlier, too.
James
And
now
so
is a
was
little
James.
disconnected from, well, I mean, he's 96 feet's not something we expect people to make every time, but
that one he could have had.
Uli with the little step through putt.
Yeah, he is going right now. Got 16 and 17.
There you go, James. Clean that up. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, making good on the par comebacker.
Only lost a stroke to one guy, I believe, right?
Yep. Chandler hoping for a par as well. There we go. And Kev should have no problem with this one either. Kevin's dad coaches in this town. Yeah,
Awesome.
he coaches on the football team.
Cool.
Guess they did. Kevin was telling me like him and GK Pro did a little vlog.
Woo, that's so close.
It is, isn't it? It's good though.
Maybe one day they'll change it up. Make things a bit more challenging for these guys.
On to our last hole today. Philo, tell us about it.
It's not a bad finishing hole at all. Playing 375 on the card. I'd say it feels a little bit more like 395 playing up the hill. Slight uphill grade. You got some wind usually blowing off of your back and pushing the disc down a little bit. So it's a pretty full rip for most players to get up there. I don't think you'll be seeing anybody throwing a mid-range on this hole. You're going to want to throw a destroyer or fast-speed driver and beat gravity and try not to fade out of bounds. You got a little bit of space, a little bit less than circle one on the left side, so that's the only thing to really worry about.
And I can confirm we have high-speed drivers coming your way. This is an ESP nuke from Paul.
Playing it extra high and wide, and it's going to take a little time to fade back. That's a better finish than I've seen on most shots that land up there. Sometimes they don't go anywhere. They just stick right in.
It is really sticky up there. That's a Z Force from the Chanimal.
That's got to get some finish, too, for how low that was. That's incredible.
Yeah.
A lot of speed.
Chandler smashes. This man also a smasher. James Conrad throwing a fission photon.
I like this line. As long as it fades, that should be a really nice finish.
Oh, he's long.
A little strong. I like the line as far as, how he threw it to the tree and versus the hill. Kind of right in between the tree and the hill, I think, is the money spot.
Yeah, it feels like. I mean, it's the median's part of the
Get
fairway.
down in a hurry.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, that tree helped him a little.
It did, didn't it? And then the roll
Kind
did
of gave
not.
him out. Yeah, a little bit of space to make a putt as well. That was a bit early. Get in there. Oh, no.
Hot start, but
Cold
the
finish.
back nine. Yeah, it really
That
did
sounds
not.
like my day, man. Got
Yeah.
off to a good start. And
I bet it was a common tail out here.
yeah, definitely more attackable front nine.
Conrad for the birdie finish. Oh, yes. I think it's smashed.
That's about a dozen of those things we've seen between the four of the
This
guys, isn't it?
This is jumpers for days.
Uh,
This might be some kind of record.
Probably.
Right?
I saw Nico LaCastro in the parking lot after he ran. He said, I made 7 from outside the circle today. Like, good for you, buddy. I made 1, the first one, and that was it.
Oh. Well, I mean, you're driving too well to have that many opportunities.
I had a lot of outside the circle putts I missed today.
I'm setting you up. Come on.
I got to do better.
There's Kevin making good on his par, losing a stroke to the card, and a hot start, but not a happy finish for Kevin right there.
Oh, he's still in the mix, though.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Thankfully,
2
the scores
strokes.
are super tight. Like, I think I saw a post today that said 20 players within 2 strokes of the lead.
Yeah.
So pretty tight out there, is to be expected on a course like this. Not too much in the way of stroke separation. You just
I
kind
thought
of,
we'd see some double digits. At least one
for
guy
sure.
do
I
it,
was anticipating seeing 13s and 14s, but maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe everybody's just kind of getting their wheels spinning here, getting some confidence on the course, figuring out where they can go and be aggressive and where not to make the mistakes. So.
Yeah. Here is our double G jerky long drive of the round from James Conrad on hole 18 with that volt.
Oh, this was on hole 8.
Yeah, 8. Did I say 18? Thank you. Yeah, hole 8.
That's about as good as it gets right there for the righty backhand.
I don't know how you could do it much better. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Philo, that was fun.
Yeah, man. It's great to be back in the booth with you,
Yeah.
bud. Cheers.
It's been too long. We will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.